First of all, big fan. It's really nice to meet you. I've been following you since college. You went to UNC.
Yep.
From Providence, Rhode Island. We're here tonight.
Some part.
We're here tonight at Arsenal Tech High School, part of Campbell's Champions of Chunky campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, what was happening tonight is you helped kids prepare a meal for their mentors as sort of a thank you to the teachers, right? So how was that experience, you guys?
Oh, it was great. So today we took a bunch of kids and they brought their champions out, which is essentially their mentors, their guardians, someone that they believe in, and basically served them a dinner of soup and basically just to warm their heart, to let them know that there are of significance to that child's life, to that child's process of growing up, and so thankful for the Campbell's team to put this on, and we also helped donate 10,000 bowls of soup to the school, and as another partnership with the school with Chunky. And it was great, man. I got to see a lot of smiles. I got to see a lot of happy families. I got to see a lot of happy kids. So it was good.
So obviously this is a heck of an event, but one of the things I've noticed since Chris Ballard, Frank Reich have come around is the players' involvement with the community is gotten a lot bigger and a lot more profound. Like this is, I would consider like one of the more profound things a player can do is to take a night off during the middle of the season to just come out and make sure the kids understand like people that kind of help you along the way, like mom, like Gina, right? Like these are the people that you need to make sure that you say thank you when this is kind of a community where these kids probably otherwise wouldn't be able to say thank you, right? They wouldn't have the means to do that. So I want to say thank you as a fan, right? You love to see the guys that you're rooting for doing such profound work. So I really do appreciate that. We could continue to talk about Campbell's, but let's talk Colts football, right? Let's talk first though. You played college football at the University of North Carolina. Did you play with Mitch Trubisky and Marquise Williams?
Yep.
Did you know Marquise Williams is the quarterback in the XFL now?
I did. Yep.
So that you know that.
For Washington or is it Washington? I think it's. I don't know if it's Washington or it's something else, but I do know. Yes.
So if you had to choose blind shot, are you going to a team? And let's forget XFL, NFL, right? Marquise or Mitch?
That's a good question. And I'm going to say Marquise because Marquise was my quarterback that I came in with.
Okay.
So Marquise was my year at quarterback.
So
and I say that because I've known Marquise for the longer period of time.
Okay.
Mitch was a great talent. I told him to stay in college. This would be the school that quarterback, you essentially need maybe a year and a half of good film to get drafted. And once you get your foot in the door in the NFL, whatever you do with it is whatever you do with it. So that's kind of how I pitched it to him. But great talents. Both of them were great talents.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get drafted 10th overall by Detroit. Now, one of the jokes that we've been making amongst ourselves at Stampede Blue is that the knock on you coming to the Colts from Detroit with Matt Stafford was that you couldn't catch. But our perception was Matt Stafford has no touch. And then similarly with Devin Funchess coming to Indianapolis from Carolina, the same could be said about Cam, right? Like incredible athlete, game-changing player, but not really known for putting a lot of touch on football. And then you come here and play with Andrew last year, Jacoby this year, and one of the things that I notice as a fan is you're like, oh wow, when you put touch on the ball, Eric is such a dynamic playmaker that if he touches that football, it's a first down. For example, like Sunday. Now, if your 5 catches, four go for first downs, like that's a big deal for football players when your touches are effective, right? So how do you feel in this is your second year here in Frank Reich's system? How is it? I need to play as much as possible, as many downs as possible to get more comfortable in this offense. And how is that process going for you? How have you adjusted coming from Detroit to Indianapolis? Like, how do you think that's going for you?
As far as the adjustment is fine. Similar style offense, different quarterback. Definitely the adjustment wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Frank and Nick, our offensive coordinator, kind of put it together easy for me. Don't know much about Cam Newton, but do know about Stafford, and great quarterback.
Yeah. Smart guy.
And a lot of people, knock the fact that he throws the ball extremely too hard sometimes, which is true. I mean, but at the same time, he makes great throws. So there's nothing you could really. I mean, it's hard to say that it's a hard ball to catch, but it's hard to say that you shouldn't catch it because it's usually a ball that's catchable, but just sometimes too hard. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just Stafford. But still, at the same time, he's a great quarterback, and there's nothing you can take from him, especially the way he's playing this year.
Look what he's doing with Golden Tate, right? Like
he's made everyone, Stafford's a damn good quarterback, and like most people would say, like maybe if he was a part of something different, then he would have a ring or two. He's really that good. But yeah,
maybe a better offensive line, maybe a better stable running backs there.
I'm not there anymore, but whatever they need, they need to put it around him.
You and Megatron, it's like really if they had like a stable running back, this team could.
It could have been. It could have been. What could have been?
Now we come full circle, right? Andrew Luck decides to hang it up at the beginning of the year. When you found that out and you're like, Jacoby's the man, you knew this is the guy. Like he's legitimately going to step up and play. As of his injury, 9th in the NFL in QBR. So did you know that before?
I knew.
Not that Andrew Luck was leaving,
no.
but that Jacoby was going to come in and just step in and play at the level that Andrew Luck was
I don't
playing.
think none of us knew he would come in and play at the level he's playing at. That's all on him. He's just taking advantage of his opportunity.
It's a mental game.
And absolutely. And more mental because of his preparation and the way he prepared. But essentially, he's been the offseason quarterback for 2 years in a row with Andrew dealing with injury. So he was very comfortable with the system is why I believed he would be great. And he's doing nothing but showing everybody, it's pretty much the time and the work he's put in. So definitely proud of him as a friend of his to watch him grow. Because as a friend, you want him to be nothing but successful. But what he's doing with it is really all him. And how he's playing is really all him. And we're just Jacoby and the boys. We're just trying to help him out.
That's what I've noticed since you've come around, since the kind of regime change with the Colts. The attitude on the field is there's a lot more hype within the organization. A lot more that camaraderie shows on the field. The guys like Darius Leonard getting hyped up after a play have to get you really excited to go out there and make something happen on offense.
Right.
Talk to me about his game on Sunday. Were there times when he came up the field like, what are you doing? Like he just seems to be everywhere. Interception, forced fumble.
I don't really think he ever gets off the field. I think he's one of those guys that literally plays 100% of the snaps. And kudos to him and his young body that he's able to do such things.
Right.
Because our defense definitely thrives when he's on the field because he plays with an attitude where he can't be stopped and he won't be stopped, and people gravitate towards that, and people gravitate towards the energy he brings when he makes plays. So definitely need players like him and energy that he brings to our team.
So we wanted to ask a couple throw-up questions here, right? So let's say you're from the Northeast, went to high school in North Carolina. If you had to choose between something along the lines of, let's say, like the Northeastern food, right? Like seafood, stuff like that, or Carolina barbecue.
Okay.
Which would you choose?
Northeastern seafood.
Really?
Absolutely.
Right. Now you're into spicy food?
I am.
Right. Have you ever thought about trying to go on Hot Ones?
Going over?
You ever watched Hot Ones? So Complex Magazine, their lead editor does like an interview. It's 10 questions, 10 hot wings, and they get progressively hotter as you go.
Oh, I've seen that. Oh my god.
Literally, everybody has been on it. It's just kind of a unique take on an interview.
I have to check it out.
Don't do it.
But I mean, he's interviewed everybody.
Get like 5 questions.
It is kind of funny because people will have a wing and they're like, oh, I've had that hot sauce, and then the next wing they're like, hold on, these two are next to each other on the scale of hotness. It's not even close.
Right.
But anyway, so Jacoby's missed a couple games. T.Y.'s missed some time this year. Have struggled offensively the last couple games. How excited are you looking at Paris Campbell and those limited touches? He looked like a ball of lightning, right? How exciting does it look for you for the future to get out there in the field with a healthy 11?
With a healthy 11 people.
Right? Like we haven't had it one time this
Yeah.
year. Which is just how the NFL is.
It's just how it is. Usually the healthiest team is usually the team that wins the Super Bowl. So It should be fun, especially when everyone gets healthy. And the name of the game is health, and really the best ability is availability. So, you know, we try to be, you know, as hands-on as we can, but things happen, and if it happens, then we just got to try to find out a way to win without the amount of people on the field, because at the end of the day, no one really cares. You still got to play the game, and you still have to win that game. So hopefully when all of them do come back, we'll have a powerful offense. But right now, we got to figure it out.
Yeah, I think even last week, even in a loss, there are just moments where you can tell that there's some significant organizational, like foundational players in this team. Talk about like amongst Stampede Blue staff, we think that we have the best tight end room in the NFL, right? With you and Jack Doyle and Mo Cox. Talk about that. How awesome is it to go to work with guys that if you weren't in Indianapolis, Jack Doyle is an all-pro tight end this year, right? If Jack weren't here, you're an all-pro tight end this year. We have such power at those positions, right? And Jack offers a different array of capabilities. More of an inline blocking tight end that is able to get free. You're more of an upfield runner. That said, though, talk about that unit, that tight end room that we have here, and how you come to Indianapolis and you get into that room with Jack and Wiley Cox, and at the time it was Austin. Was that the fourth tight end? Ross Travis was a fourth tight end when he got here. I mean, that's a really good room of tight ends.
Right.
That's probably one of the best groups in the NFL.
Yeah, when I got here, the sole purpose was to come and team up with Jack to create, you know, mismatches for everyone, to run a two tight end set, of which will cause a lot of people problems. And I didn't know we would create a room of which people would, you know, be, you know, planning for week in and week out. And I love those guys, Mo and Jack. We really try to do everything we can week in and week out to be the best room, to be the best group, as much as possible. We play hurt, we play through whatever. We try to be the toughest room. We try to, you know, make sure that everyone feels our presence when we're there. We try to bring the energy, and that's just who we are. We all have our different personalities, but we're all here for the team. No one cares about who gets touchdowns, who gets the most catches, nothing. We just really want to win. And I think that's what makes our room so great, honestly.
Absolutely.
So, Jared, unfortunately, that's all we have time